Success is built around breaking down barriers that other people put up to keep you down. But don't get mad at these people for putting these barriers up. It's just a way for them to know that you're strong enough to break them down so they can put their trust in you. Today, I'm going to talk about the first barrier anybody and everybody experienced in their life. But what do you think that barrier was though? I'll tell you, it's a very simple answer. It's the word no. What do I mean? Hey mom, can I play football? No. Hey dad, can I buy a Nintendo game? No. Hey grandma, can I be a Ninja Turtle? What's that? Are you crazy? No. No after no after no. What they didn't realize at the time was that they were putting you in a mindset already at an early age that you weren't able to achieve anything. So some kids accepted it and stopped trying to get what they wanted because they figured the answer was going to be no anyway, so why even bother? I want to let those 3 words sink in first. Why even bother? Story of my life. Why even bother? You don't know how many times I was convinced not to do something because I thought the answer was going to be no. How many times I didn't ask a girl out because I thought the answer was going to be no. How many times I didn't try out for a team because I thought the answer was going to be no. How many times I didn't go after that career opportunity, didn't go to an interview, didn't go to a networking event because I thought I wasn't qualified enough and they would tell me no. And guess where that got me? Exactly. Nowhere. Now let me tell you about people who truly succeed. Don't let society trick you. Success is not dependent on whether how smart you are, or how talented you are, or how physically gifted you are. Success is dependent on how persistent you are. It is about you wanting something so bad that 24 hours a day, that's all you think about. It is about losing sleep, it's about skipping meals, because all you could think about is that dream, and the necessities in life don't even matter anymore, because you want this thing so bad that you're willing to give up those things. And let me tell you something, it took a 2-year-old kid to show me how persistence pays off. So a couple years ago, I was staying out in Arizona with my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew. And at the time, my nephew was in that phase where he was obsessed with ice cream and he wanted to get chocolate wasted every day of his life. But he couldn't even really talk yet, so his sign language for ice cream, or wanting ice cream, was pointing at the fridge and saying, "Ice?" So one day, after my sister and my brother-in-law went to work, it was my job to watch Devin for the whole day. So being the good uncle that I was, I gave him Cheerios for breakfast. After 2 bites of the Cheerios, he pointed to the fridge and said, "Ice?" Of course, I said no, because I wasn't about to give a kid ice cream for breakfast. I want to be the good uncle that gave him good food and not junk food. 2 seconds later, "Ice? No. Ice? No. Ice? No." And it went like that for another 5 minutes, so I decided to just ignore him. Maybe he'll forget about it. So I went to go to the couch and watch some TV. From the corner of my eye, I could see him walking toward me. He grabbed my arm and started pulling me toward the fridge. When we got to the fridge, he pointed to the fridge and said, "Ice?" So what do you think happened after he pulled me to the fridge? I gave in and he eventually got his ice cream. This kid had one thing on his mind, and that was to get ice cream. And not me ignoring him, not me telling him no, was getting in his way. And the only acceptable answer for him was yes, and he wasn't going to stop until he got that answer. What did I learn from this? I learned that if you keep trying harder, if you keep being persistent, if you keep ignoring the no's that you will constantly hear in your life, you will succeed, my friend. And I guarantee, once you break down those barriers, many more people will begin to tell you, yes, you can. Yes, you can do that. You know why? Because like I said at the beginning of this talk, people put up those barriers to see how strong you are, to break those barriers down. Because once you break those barriers down, they have all the trust in the world with you and your aspirations. And I end the video with this. Please break down those barriers. Keep ignoring those no's. Keep avoiding the negativity. And I guarantee that you will be the happiest and most successful you've ever been in your life. Trust. MotiveNation.